Nnamdi Kanu writes to the Japanese emperor over the visit of the impostor president, Jubril. That's direct news from the indigenous people of Biafra, from the office of the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, Nnamdi Kanu. So he has written to the Japanese emperor over the visit of the impostor president, Jubril. Then the second one here, gunmen attack Enugu police station. That is coming from Vanguard. Gunmen attack Enugu police station, coming from Vanguard. We can still discuss Southeast governors begs IPOB. Buhari is nowhere to be found as Egyptian president hosts African leaders. Buhari is nowhere to be found as Egyptian president hosts African leaders. Only IPOB can save Sowore. Mama Class, a Yoruba woman, begs IPOB. Say only IPOB can save Sowore. The next one here, we can still discuss Southeast governors begs IPOB. Okay, why Igbo and Yoruba may lose presidency, coming from Shehu Sani from Daily Post. So why Igbo and Yoruba may lose presidency. The next one here, presidency, says Abba Kyari is Buhari's advisor on any and all matters. On any and all matters. And the last one here, Governor Wike demolishes multi-million naira Trans Amadi Central Mosque in Rivers State. Governor Wike demolishes multi-million naira Trans Amadi Central Mosque in Rivers State. So we are going to be looking at these headlines this morning, and of course we will discuss them. Very, very important. All right, Nnamdi Kanu writes to the Japanese emperor over the visit of the impostor president. We are going to read exactly what we have here. Let's hear from him. What did he actually tell the Japanese emperor? So yesterday, August 24th, 2019, I took the liberty of writing to the court of His Imperial Majesty of the most esteemed and revered throne of Chrysanthemum Emperor Naruhito of Japan, on the likely desecration of the royal palace in Tokyo with the presence of a criminal and fraudulent Sudanese impostor, Jubril al-Sudani, posing as the dead president of Nigeria, Muhammadu Buhari. I most respectfully drew the attention of His Imperial Majesty to the damaging impact the presence of such a criminal would have on the ancient values of the Japanese society that prides itself in upholding the highest standards of honor and probity. I equally requested the emperor use his considerable standing as the symbol of Japan to demand an investigation into the identity of this fake Buhari and how it happened that a Sudanese actor is about to be presented to his court in place of a dead Nigerian president. IPOB planned campaign of public arrest of the impostor in Tokyo is directed at Jubril al-Sudani, the fake president of Nigeria, not Major General Muhammadu Buhari, who died long ago in January 2017 and buried in Saudi Arabia. The Japanese authorities we know are best placed to unravel and confirm the true identity of Jubril. Nigeria is about to receive a rude awakening. Those that underestimate IPOB do so at their peril. Signed, Nnamdi Kanu, leader, indigenous people of Biafra. Okay, so Mazi Oge, do you think the IPOB leader is doing the right thing at this moment?
Yes, we appreciate the effort of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra worldwide. There are so many people who do not understand what Nnamdi Kanu is doing. There are so many people who are there sitting in the comfort of their homes. They do not understand the level of work the IPOB is doing, especially the IPOB leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. This is a bold step, and this is just to show you that IPOB is working assiduously. IPOB has been doing a lot to make sure that they unravel, they reveal the ills that is going on in Nigeria, and also to liberate the people of Biafra from this British contraption. And so many people back home here will continue to yap in the social media and in their different places of domain that oh, IPOB, bring it home, you know, all this and that. It's not a matter of going outside there to talk. But you have seen this, that this is a very big step, and to show you that IPOB has not been keeping quiet all this while. They have been making good move. This is a very, very welcome development, and it is something that is supposed to be done. There are how things are being done. For you to get the attention of the entire world, for you to get the attention of the people that matters, there are procedures to follow, and this is one of the best procedures to follow. You can't just go in like that and do anything that you like, and people will just keep quiet on you. And to some of them who are just talking, you know, everywhere, that nothing is happening, bring it home, you don't need to go and stay in Germany, you don't need to go and stay in Japan, you don't need to go and stay in London, and the rest of it. This is just to show you that, of course, IPOB is ready and fully ready, and Nnamdi Kanu is out to make sure that this mask of this Buhari, you know, how this Jubril, Al-Sudani is being unmasked, and to make sure that this evil going on in the contraption called Nigeria is, comes to an end. So Nnamdi Kanu has taken a very good step, and that is how it's supposed to be done. And the indigenous people of Biafra, they are fully waiting for him in Japan. If Jubril will dare appear there, which I don't know how it will go, but we are still watching to know how it will go, because we are still talking about what happened in United States, that they brought the lifeless thing, the Jubril, Al-Sudani, the robotic president, to President Trump, and now they are talking about, you know, going to Japan. So Nnamdi Kanu is just trying to review to them the damage this will have on them, their economy, their dignity, and everything. That if they are to entertain this lifeless president, Jubril Al-Sudani, they should be able to know that these are the things, the consequences they are about to face as regard to that. So it is just a pre-warning, and that is exactly what it will be. If they relax, if they have to accept with Nigerian government this time to play politics, this is the damages that this is going to cause to them tomorrow. So Nnamdi Kanu has done well as the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, who has come out to make sure that the evil going on in this part of the world is being exposed. That anybody who is willingly, you know, lying himself or themselves with this evil going on in Nigeria will definitely have to pay the price at a due time.
Okay, thank you very much. Thank you so much. In case you're just joining us, this is Sunrise Daily News Analysis on Biafra Television, and we are transmitting concomitantly on Radio Biafra London. So join us, and of course invite your friends as well to listen to these wonderful programs on Radio Biafra London. All right, so talking about Nnamdi Kanu writing to the Emperor of Japan, the Japanese Emperor. So do you think there is something the Japanese government can do about it? Do you think they are going to take Nnamdi serious?
Of course, this is a place where things works, you know, well, and it's a country where they have dignity and respect for human being, for human rights, and they value their dignity, you know. And if you go there, they have a lot of things to offer to the world. They are like mouthpiece to so many Asian countries. And whatever product that is coming from Japan, many people respect it so much. They have a lot of things to offer to the world. And as regard to this matter, of course, the whole world is watching. This man has been saying this all this while. He has not even made any mistake as regard to this matter of Jubril, you know, imposing or perhaps imposing as a Buhari. So let us do something about this matter. So there's something that they need to do. They have a very big task to play as long as this issue is concerned. Writing to the emperors, of course, it is just because Nnamdi Kanu has already told us how it will go. As soon as Jubril Al-Sudani is sighted anywhere in Japan, he will be arrested by the members of the indigenous people of Biafra, hand him over to the police, down to the court. There the whole world will hear. And this is exactly the way it's supposed to go. And on this note, I think the Japanese government, they should allow justice to prevail. by allowing the wish of the indigenous people of Biafra to prevail. If Aminu al-Sudani, Jubril, is sighted anywhere in Japan, let them just arrest him. Okay, let us make a confirmation of this thing once and for all, allow this thing to go. That is, if
do you think
they
have the power to interfere in, you know, another country's, do I call it a privacy or integrity or whatever? Yes,
you know, like our leader have always said, that what is happening in Nigeria, you know, whenever he meets people out there, they keep telling him it is only the Nigerians that have the right and the power to curtail, perhaps to stop what is happening in Nigeria. If he bring the matter of Jubril impersonating Buhari, they will always tell him it is only the Nigerians that have the final say on this regard.
Okay.
Now, it is the people who first of all take the bold step. When they take the step, then they will have the backup, because you cannot, our people will always say, no one was in the Bianishi. It is he who owned the corpse that carry it on the head. So it is the people who are directly affected, just like the case of Ike Kuremado. You will not expect the citizens of the Germany, you know, to come and throw eggs on Ike Kuremado, just like our people did, and the whole world backed them. Germany company, you know, supported the indigenous people of Biafra, that they did the right thing. They have the right to do that. So the same with this issue of Jubril. I mean, as that, by the time we take the bold step now, grab him, take him. Do you understand? Let us make the confirmation right here, right now.
What's the possibility? Because we know that as a president, he should have a tight security. So what do you think?
Yes, there will be, but there was a video I watched some weeks ago, you know, where some civilians were throwing stones on soldiers, very well-armed soldiers.
That's in a civilized
yes, in a civilized country we are talking about, throwing stones on soldiers. You know, instead of the soldier to shoot the gun on the people, he shoot it out. Do you understand? He shoot it outside in a way to scare them away. Because the matter has become so obvious, they were throwing hard stones on him. This is just to show you how things work in a civilized country. But if it is here in Nigeria, in the contractual called Nigeria, he will just fire everybody down. But we are talking about a place where people respect human beings, where people respect human. They have the law for murder. So now, when this issue will come up, I will not expect them, and they definitely will not do anything like that. They will not attack the people, the indigenous people, because they have their right to do that. This thing has been happening. This is the same man that has been causing trouble in the country. He has been supporting the killings of the innocent people in their thousands and in their millions. You know, on daily basis, a lot of things happen, and nothing happens about it. And so this is the major problem of the bone of the contention. So we have to grab him, even if the security will be there, because he's the president, maybe provided by the country, Japan, or whichever way. If he didn't show up this time, we will wait for him somewhere else. Do you understand? Because it is not only going to end up in Japan issue. If he didn't show up in Japan, we will wait for him somewhere else. But we must definitely get to do this business, because this is one of the things that will prove the whole world and so many gullible out there that IPOB is right. So despite the security that will be provided there, of course the indigenous people of Biafra will do the right thing, and I don't think anything will happen,
so
because it is our right.
They do not need to fear.
They don't need to entertain any fear. Even in Nigeria here, even in this contraption called Nigeria, we have the right to do so. Do you understand? With boldness we can do that. We can grab him and say enough of this. But Nigeria is corrupt. You cannot ever get justice anywhere in Nigeria. If you go to the medicine or perhaps the medical line, they will defraud you there. Maybe you grab him now and say, okay, let's take him to the hospital for the DNA to be conducted. They will still defraud you there. If you take him and say, let's go to the court, they own the judiciary. Where else are you going to take him to? If you take him and say, let's go to the military or perhaps the security, the fraudulent will even be worse there. So the only place where we can get justice, as long as this matter is concerned, is outside this contraption, where things works well. Not even in African countries, because the whole African countries are all in this big mess. So a place where we can get this justice done is outside this country, and Japan is one of the best places. If we couldn't meet him in Japan, or if we could not succeed in Japan, we will not give up. We'll wait for him somewhere else. Do you understand? So despite the security challenge or whatever thing that we provided, even if air security land, we will go there to grab him and let the needful be done.
Okay, thank you so much. In case you're just joining us, this is Sunrise Daily News Analysis on Biafra Television, and we are here to expose the evil going on in the contraption called Nigeria without fear or favor, without minding whose ox is God. We say things the way they are. We are not here to, to paint them. We are not here to favor anyone. We are not here to, tell you what you want to hear, but what you need to hear. So, and we don't care about those who are watching, but the enemies of Biafra are welcome. But remember, we are here to fight for you. We are here to liberate you. All right, so the next one here. Buhari is nowhere to be found as Egyptian president hosts African leaders. Okay, that is coming from premium newspapers. So Egyptian President Abdel Fattah el-Sisi on Sunday hosted his fellow African leaders for lunch in Paris, where they are attending the 2019 G7 summit as invited guests. Other leaders that attended the lunch included South African President Cyril Ramaphosa, Rwandan President Paul Kagame, Burkina Faso President Roch Marc Christian Kabore, Senegalese President Macky Sall, and African Union Commission Chairperson Moussa Faki Mahamat. The three-day G7 summit kicked off in the southwestern French city of Biarritz on Saturday, with talks expected to focus on global trade and security. Rwanda was invited in its capacity as the former chair of the African Union, Egypt as the current chair, while South Africa was invited as the incoming chair. Senegal was invited as the current leader of the new Partnership for African Development, while Burkina Faso will be attending the G7 summit as the chair of G5 Sahel. Ahead of the summit, the European Council President Donald Tusk said it would be a difficult test of unity and solidarity of the free world and its leaders. Tusk called upon the world leaders to embrace unity in order to steer the world in the right direction. It is increasingly difficult for all of us to find common language, and the world needs more of our cooperation, not less, Tusk said. This must be the last moment to restore our political community. Okay, so what do you think about this whole G7 summit? Nigeria, that is supposed to be the big boy in the midst, is missing.
Everybody understand the importance of these summits and the role Nigeria is supposed to play there, and the president of Nigeria, the role that he is supposed to play there. But look at the way it is going on. They never planned it to go this way in the first place. They have planned to be there full time. They have prepared a speech and the way that Jubril will operate there. But all of a sudden, it was a change of game to them, because they have to go back and re-strategize. This was never what they anticipated. The indigenous people of Biafra leader, Nnamdi Kanu, they were just hoping that this order of anywhere you see him outside Nigeria, get him and do the needful, is only binding the southeast governors and their elites. But all of a sudden, this order came. Buhari, or perhaps Jubril, wherever you get him in Japan, make sure that you disgrace him. We are going to unmask him fully this time. So, this we never know this guy can go this far. And we never relented. And on 24th, they came and saw this later. Because the Japanese country, they have called and say, these guys are serious. Or whatever move you are making, you have to be very serious. So in this summit, Jubril, who is impersonating Buhari, he couldn't do anything, because this is like a very, very disgrace. This is going to be disgrace to them. So all they could do is just to avoid, to stay away completely, because they cannot stand it. Abba Kyari is out of plan this time around. He don't really know what to do. Considering how they rate Nigeria, the giant of Africa, in crime, no longer in anything good, not in economy, not in anything positive again, but giant of Africa in crime. So they can't, uphold this again. They cannot figure out what to do. Okay. So the best thing for them to do is just to stay back instead of going there to disgrace themselves.
Okay, so what if, like I saw that Nigeria was not invited. Okay, let's say he was not invited, or Nigeria itself was not invited, but we know that according to the Nigerian, according to the presidency, Armenia Sudan was supposed to go to Japan yesterday. Yeah. And of course he was to be welcomed, or he is supposed to be welcomed by the Japan Prime Minister. But as I'm talking to you, he is, the Japan Prime Minister is right at the G7 meeting. Yeah, summit. So who,
this matter, I think, the Minister of Japan, he's busy with something very important other than giving attention to a lifeless thing there, because calling him president will even be honor, lifeless thing. So instead of that, I better go on my business, better good business that will bring something better to my country, to my people and the rest, not giving attention to the lifeless thing there. Besides, who knows if he show up, because we have not got any gist from the media that, of course, this man really showed up in Japan. So if that be the case, that means the man didn't even show up. You understand? So that's just the way we are seeing it right here.
Yeah, because
if he had shown
up there, we've been waiting to.
Yes, and no angle of the media has reported that Buhari was sighted there, or he has arrived though. And this man is even busy with a normal business that will even be of good, use to his country and his people. So it's not a matter of Jubril, because they know that Nigeria is a wasted thing. They cannot waste their time with Nigeria, because it's over with Nigeria. Any business you are going with Nigeria is like you are going into a business with any, with a failed company. You are just going there to invest, to waste your resources. Yeah. So to invest your money in the ocean. So it's as good as nothing. So they are even regretting the one they did. So coming to do another one will be a very, very big disaster. So the man choose to go and do something better, other than waiting for somebody who will even not show up in the end of the day. Or even if he does show, of what good is he going to be? Because they know that everything else is happening is just all about lies, peddled, just for their own favor. They know the game plan. Everybody understand what is happening. They understand the handwriting on the wall. Just that they are all waiting for the indigenous people affected to do something about it before we take it up. That's just the thing happening there.
Okay, thank you so much. Thank you so much for that. Let's look at the next one. But before that, please do not forget, if you're watching this program, do not forget that we need your assistance. We need people to work with. We need partners to ensure that Sunrise Daily keeps going, that we don't go off air again, because we want to continue giving you the real gist. We want to continue feeding you with the right information, and of course debunking the lies, debunking the evil going on in the contraption. We are here to expose all the atrocities going on. We are here to expose all of it without fear of favor. So without you, we won't be here. That's why we ask that you join us, you sponsor us to ensure that we are here. So thank you. As you do that, contact us on our WhatsApp line to support Sunrise Daily. All right, the next one here. Only IPOB can save Sowero. Mama Class, a Yoruba woman, begs IPOB. So do you, I've watched this Mama Class. I think I've watched her video about 2 eyes. Okay, so there she said only IPOB can save Sowero. Begs IPOB. Do you think she is right?
She's 100% right. IPOB has not just come to liberate Biafra from this evil contraption, but they have come to liberate the entire Africa. That is one thing that we should be letting people know, and everybody who have not understand this, it's high time you get that into your brain, that IPOB has not just come to save Biafra alone, but we have come to make sure that the entire Africa is being liberated, because Africa is in bondage. And as regard to what is happening in Nigeria now, or in this contraption called Nigeria, it is only IPOB that can save the people. That is why we've been crying all this while. Let the indigenous people that were combined together, were lumped together, wake up and do the needful. I have watched series of video from this woman. She do very good. I mean, she tried to analyze things from different perspectives, and she speak the truth. And as the case of Sowore is going on, you know, our leader took it up immediately that the young man was arrested, and condemning the arrest, campaigning for his freedom, just as we did on the case of El Zasaki, the IMN leader. And he was released. So many people do not know how El Zasaki was released. It was the people, we urge the people to do the needful as we are doing our own international work. And IPOB was working hard on the background, making sure that they expose everything that is going on in Nigeria. That this man has been held in detention, and his wife, for no just reason, just for coming out to say, this is what we want. And this time around, they held him there despite his health challenges. And he was released. The case of Sowore just came up, and our leader, Nnamdi Kanu, and IPOB, despite the fact that they were thinking, oh, because of what Sowore did in the past, we will condemn him totally, and we will help to nail him. No, that is not the way we operate. We welcome everything. And that is why we are able to say we do not accept Sowore's arrest and his detention as it stands now. So the woman saying that it is only IPOB that will save Sowore. Of course, she have watched from the time past what IPOB did, the accomplishment of IPOB led by Nnamdi Kanu, and she knew that IPOB have all it takes to save Sowore, to free him, because his brethren, sorry to say this, his Yoruba brethren do not really have all it takes to make sure that he is out of that place. They cannot protect him. They cannot go for him. Okay, the summit that was organized some time ago for Wole Soyinka and a renowned senior advocate to come and speak, still on the issue of revolution and make sure that Sowore got his release. The police just came and dispersed everybody. Everywhere was, you know, nobody came out again. Even to come out and speak, very big problem. They have not even launched any media heavy campaign on the freedom of Sowore. And it is only IPOB that have the force to do that. So I'm still joining with this woman to plead with IPOB as usual. Keep doing the needful, because you are not doing this only for yourself. We are doing this for the entire black race. We do not need
to count all they have done.
Yes, we don't need to count their evil deed against us, because, you know, checking back, you know, you have to find out that this man Sowore himself and his brethren, they have ganged up in so many ways, even still doing that now. But let's not just count the evil now, but let's just consider where we are going and still push on, because Sowore is still in detention. And the detention is illegal, because he came out, he have the right to say, this is what we need, despite what may have happened in the time past. So the woman is very, very 100% right. The only people that can sustain the force, the only people that can challenge the force of Nigeria, the evil called Nigeria, is only IPOB. And that is why she is begging on the IPOB to do what? To come out fully. And I am as well pleading with IPOB to also do the needful. I know what they have done in the time past. The IPOB media, they have done well. So let us also do the needful as regard to the issue of Sowore. Let us launch a media campaign on free Sowore, and let us let the whole world know what is happening in this contraption called Nigeria. That Sowore, a man that has not committed any crime, just to say, we do not need this. What we need is the freedom of our people. Just that he choose the way to put his own.
Yeah, he choose the
own
way.
You know, revolution, which is not the way that he's supposed to. If he had, you know, come out and say, this is what we need, because that is what everybody now have, you know, listened and watched so many Yoruba people talk, you know, speak on the media. They will always hide. They know the truth, but they don't want to come out and say the truth. But this
I think Sowore was betrayed.
Of course,
we have the likes of Adeyanju or
yes,
Deji, whatever, who was support let's go for the revolution.
And
but as I'm talking to you now, he is here attacking Nnamdi Kanu instead of campaigning for the release of Sowore.
Attacking people who arrested his brother. You know, that was what I was saying. Even Wole Soyinka, the professor, you know, himself, he was a few days before the day of the revolution
protest.
Yes, even Sowore tweeted that, of course, we are out. We finished a meeting with Wole Soyinka, and he gave us a support. He even promised to come. If the likes of Professor Wole Soyinka was seen there, I do not even think that the police will have the guts to come and do what, to disperse the people that came out.
You think so?
Yes,
in
even
this part of the world?
Because they will just see, oh, this big fish. Okay, what do we do now? It would have been something.
And I doubt. But on my own side, I think you know, he being there would have. It wouldn't stop the dispersing, but at least it should pass a message or a signal that an elder
is there and something very important is coming from the background.
Exactly.
So
it shows the support.
Yes. So now, just like you say, Sowore was betrayed. There's no doubt about it. The people he was, just like the Igbo adage, so it's not been up to 2 months. And everybody is tired. They are all now gone on their normal business. So the poor guy is now on his own suffering. So it is now on the shoulder of IPOB to do what, to take it up. I believe by the time Sowore comes out, the language will change. He will play alongside. I remember
he will become another Femi Fani-Kayode.
Yes, and not only that, he will come out publicly and say what he needs. I remember what our leader said, the prophet Nnamdi Kanu. He said that Sowore will definitely come out and he will lead his people out of this mess. Sowore was betrayed. Of course, there's no doubt about it. The young man is suffering right now. But as soon as he's out, I'm very sure he will have a rethink. And see that thing he was, you know, trying to champion. Okay, look at the other one. The one that Idris Abdul Karim, you know, I watched, we were following all those things. A few days before the protest, he came out and not freedom fighters that will come and do noise, they will go and stay overseas. Okay, what has he done all this while? Where is Idris Abdul Karim? At least by now he would have released.
Undersea.
Yes, by now he would have released a song. Do you understand? These were people that are supposed to have done something. They were with Sowore all this while. But today, what is happening? They are all gone. So it is only IPOB that has all it takes to do what? To launch a media campaign. Not only that, as usual, we know the way we do things, which we are not going to tell people on air right now. But IPOB know how they operate. So I still congratulate this woman for accepting the fact that nothing can be done on the case of Sowore anymore. It is only IPOB that can do something about it to free him. So I plead with IPOB leadership and all the people who are working assiduously. We are also doing our own part right now, right here. So saying that, of course, Sowore needs to be freed. There is no doubt about it. Sowore was arrested because he just came out to do the right thing, to say this is what we need, though he didn't put it in the right way, because we
feel he didn't do it the right way because of the part of the world we are coming from.
Yes, and I still think that it is the advisors, the so-called noble laureate like Professor Wole Soyinka them, that would advise him. Okay, just like people who are clamoring for restructuring and what have you now. Let us do it this way.
Coalition
yes.
that have died a natural death.
Just like they told Nnamdi Kanu, come, let's do it this way. And you've not got this one and you want us to keep this one. Okay, so what now I have to accept, you know, what the advice and go for revolution. And you have seen where revolution landed him now.
Sorry, thank you very much.
So
it's not
IPOB has all it takes to save Sowore, and I urge them to do the needful.
Thank you so much. Of course, that's why our leader said before we came, there was none like us. Even while we are here, there will be none like us.
They have tried it.
When we must have gone, there will still not be none like the indigenous people of Biafra. We are proud. I am a proud indigenous person of Biafra. And of course, led by Nnamdi Kanu, we have the key to all the doors. We have the solution to all the problems. It doesn't matter. We are here to save even those who have cajoled us, because we know that, you know, our leader said something last time when he went to United States, I think during the May 30th. He said, the freedom we are here to get, you know, it's not just about the political freedom, but to free Africans from that from that dead mentality, that stupid mentality. We need to, you know, make them think. They need to come out from where they have been kept. So that is why we are here. We are not, you know, we are not against those who keep speaking against us, because it's not their fault. The food they eat, the environment, the kind of politicians they have, the kind of education is really affecting our psyche. So we do not really blame them. It's just a matter of time. I think in the last 2-3 weeks, we've seen some repentant people coming up to say, man, since after this Yam festival in Germany, so many people said, now the revolution begins. In fact, I was against Nnamdi Kanu, but today I surrender, because we are unique. We have a mandate, and we are not going back until we achieve our purpose.
It also exposed some idiot and some reasonable people, because there are people you feel they reason very well, and it was this case that brought them out from their hidings. I know some of them. And
we will not give up.
Not at all.
Soon they will also come out to, you know, they might even be more formidable than you and I.
Of course, that was anyway. Sorry to bring football into this. Pogba missed a penalty, and so many whites blamed him that they brought the issue of racism on it. Yeah. And we watched the young man. It's still on the game again. Manchester United, they have to, you know, give them another penalty. They give it to the white. The white played and missed it. The Pogba, he came up very strongly and said it is not the issue of black. In fact, he traced it back to the issue of what has been happening from the time past, how his father and Martin Luther King fought for the freedom of the black. And he said this time around, we have a very big job to do. So we are to fight for the black man to make sure that the color we bear is not a hindrance to us. So many people out there, they reason more or less like animals. But all of those things they say, all of those things they do, keep motivating us to more, to know that we have a very big assignment and job to do, and we must continue to do it, because this is what we are called to do. This is what we are here to do, and we must continue to do it until we make sure that we free our people from this mental slavery and from all realms of slavery that our people are passing through.
Okay, thank you so much. In case you're just joining us, this is Sunrise Daily News Analysis on Biafra Television, your best breakfast show, where we expose the lies, the evil, the atrocities going on in this part of the world, the contraption called Nigeria, otherwise known as the zoo. We are here to say it point blank, without fear of favor, without fear of their armored tanks. So please keep supporting us to get, to get you updated every day. We are always here, and of course we need you to partner with us to keep this program going. Let's look at the next one here. Gunmen attack Enugu police station, coming from Vanguard. Gunmen attack Enugu police station. You know, it's really, really unfortunate that police station will be attacked when the police are there, and you know, all they know is to kill the indigenous people. Okay, gunmen were said to have attacked Ikirike police station in Enugu on Sunday. Confirming the incident, the State Police Public Relations Officer Bera Mariz stated that the gunmen stormed the station pretending to be in distress and then launched the attack. How does this sound to you?
Anyway, it's not funny, but I would say it's a welcome development. Yeah, it's a welcome development. Yes, so that they will feel the heat. Because all this while, the people who have been suffering.
Sorry, you said it's a welcome development, so that they will feel the heat. Don't you think there could be a conspiracy? Who are these people who came? Because they collected arms.
Yeah,
so don't you think?
Yes, you know, it works in two ways.
They are police.
They have never given us. I've tried to read so many reports. As long as this matter is concerned, for almost 24 hours now, no concrete story as regard to this incident
you're right.
was given to the public. But if it is in other issue now, they will come out and talk suspected IPOB members and what have you. So who is now the suspect on this matter?
There.
So who is now, you know, who are the people that always claim to be in distress and they want to hide under the military, you know, stations and
people under distress came in. If they came in and maybe free without anything, without arms, I wonder how people should get into the police station without arms.
Yes, and carry out, you know,
an operation.
It's only the, let's just be frank here. It's the Fulanis, the herdsmen that always go to the police and okay, say let us stay in the station or let us stay in the barrack, and there because they give them the open mind because it's a Fulani people, it's herdsmen. So when we have the meaning, it's nothing. There's no problem.
And I think don't you think the people who you know, there are people in the station who also helped in the attack or who were also among.
There has never been any attack that was carried out in any surface of the earth that an insider will not give you the link. You know, somebody who will help for the attack to be carried out must be somebody who is inside. So they can't just walk in like that. It has been planned for a very long time. And why I keep saying that, or why I said it's a welcome development, is for them to at least see whatever thing that be the reason. At least for the public to see that, of course, see what is happening. That Nigeria is helpless. Even their police is totally helpless. So in a place like that, how can you just tell me that people walk in just like that, attack? Nothing to show for it. Okay, nobody, according to the report, though they have not been able to tell us, according to what he was saying all this while, no concrete story was given to the public as regard to this attack. But I keep saying that, of course, it's a welcome so that people will know that this thing will definitely come to them. It is not only the people now. Then there are the people who, if they hear the issue of herdsmen killed, we are on it. Every time you are on it, you are not doing anything to make sure that the case is being brought down or perhaps to save the situation. You are always doing nothing. So it is now coming to your doorstep. So this is just to tell you that no one is an exception. So this issue of terror group, the Fulani herdsmen, it is not only the ordinary masses now. The time is coming when they will not even stop. You have them, they have them as their gate men. Yeah. They keep their gate out there. So do you think Aboki Kababoki, wherever he go, Aboki still remain Aboki? A time is coming when the one you keep in your gate will turn and kill you. For those of you who are politicians who keep them as your gate man, one day they will turn and kill you. This issue of police attack, you know, police station attack in Enugu is just maybe for them to test run what they want to do. Maybe they want to get more guns and continue what they're doing. And
getting more guns now means more killings.
Of course, more killing. So you should expect more. A lot of things has been happening in Enugu as long as this issue is concerned. This issue of insecurity is concerned. And nobody is doing anything about it. They really know what they're supposed to do. Why don't you get boys and equip them? You still rely on the Nigerian police that cannot do anything, who are into business. Whatever thing that happen, okay, this man, Ebera Maris, or perhaps the police in Enugu, they are still waiting to hear from the man in Asurok so that they will make conclusions. But the people in Asurok, they are still receiving hit. As long as the issue of Japan, you know, Jubril traveling to Japan is concerned, they are still strategizing to know how they will come out of that one. Not even the issue of police station attack in Enugu. So Abba Kyari is still figuring out something. His brain is still busy. So he has been making call to see what the people in Asurok will say, but to no avail. So that's why he cannot come out and tell the people what happened. That these people actually are the herdsmen. Do you understand? Yeah. They know what they did there. Maybe one outside officer who is in the station may have said, okay, there is only one thing that will counter because it seems the heat is almost coming very, very hard now. So just come and take the little AK-47 that may not have been even moving very well there, so that the police will be anybody who doesn't have arm. How are you going to protect? How are you going to attack somebody who have gun? It's not definitely going to work. So our people need to wake up.
Even cross the gate.
Yes,
there are security.
You couldn't notice anything. What makes you a security? What makes you a security? Even as a security self, you should know. Even when somebody is with a pistol, you should know that somebody is with a pistol. Just put it on his or on her waist. you should know that somebody is with a pistol, or even somebody walking into your security base with something ulterior or with something very, very bad in his mindset. You should know. That is why you are a detective. That is why you are a policeman, or that's why you are a security operative.
Trained, yeah.
Do you understand? That's why you are trained. How many years did you stay in training? How many years have you stayed in the service? If you see a criminal, you will not notice that he's a criminal. If you see a terrorist, you will not notice a terrorist. You just walk in. Did he come with Bible? Definitely no. Did he come with chieftaincy dress? Definitely no.
And even if he did,
yes, you would have known that this man have something.
Equipment to
yes.
It's.
You should know that this man have a skeleton in his cupboard.
Nigeria is a big joke. It's a very big joke. You know, and they never planned this very well. Why they would have used maybe another alternative that, you know, from outside the place was set ablaze while they were running, you know, then they invaded the place. But this one, they came there for what? So they entered, you know, to be saved, for protection, and then they turned out to attack.
Now let me tell you the simple truth, as long as this matter is concerned. If it was any other people or any group outside Fulani herdsmen, by now they would have given you the whole gist. Yeah. Even by now they would have said some people were arrested. But
very soon they will arrest and they'll tell you IPOB boys.
We're just trying to tell them now. We know their game plan. It is not definitely going to work. Let them know. That is why we say we are 7 steps ahead of them. Exactly. What is their game plan? We know it. So don't even come tomorrow and concoct or any junk and tell us.
And after
we know people who did it
until they go to their destination. There wasn't any police checkpoint.
Yes,
there wasn't any alert for others to, you know, cover them. You know, it's a big.
But they have radio in the station there. They have radio in the station to alert other people. Even the people that, because there were news, I think it was on Sahara that I read that one, that
and there weren't any people killed.
Yes.
There wasn't any record of dead policemen.
We know their game plan.
So how were they able to grab all those things and then did not kill a single police officer? And all of them, they just fold their arms watching them take
the arms.
Oh, that's
and they just go like that.
That's a big joke.
We know the people that did it, so don't come out tomorrow and tell us any fucking story.
All right, thank you so much, our viewers, for being with us. Let's look at the next one. We can still discuss. Southeast Governors begs IPOB. August 25th, 2019. That is coming from Southern Delhi's. The chairman of the Southeast Governors Forum, David Omahi, who is also the governor of Ebonyi State, has said there is enough window for negotiations because governors of the region are open and available for peace. Speaking to one of our correspondents through his chief press secretary, Imauzo, Omahi said governors of the region had in the past shown solidarity with the IPOB leader, saying they are still very willing to sit down with him again over this current issue. He said the Operation Python dance, which Kanu is alleging that the governors brought to the zone, was beyond the governors themselves. They rallied round him and advised him then, even though he didn't take their advice, but rather accused them of bringing the military into the zone. Kanu lied against the governors over the Operation Python dance in the zone. Then, the armed forces are under the supervision and instruction of the president, not the governors. There is still enough window for negotiations, and the Southeast governors are open and available for peace. Nnamdi Kanu is our son. Nobody would dare to kill him because he is an Igbo man. Although we disagree to agree, there must always be a meeting point. Okay, so the meeting point, could it be in Germany or in Japan or, you know?
Whichever place we are waiting for them.
So what
we
do
are
you
not waiting
make
for
this?
them.
What do you think?
We are not waiting for them. Anywhere they are going, of course,
that's a
we will meet with that will be the meeting point.
India, at the hospital.
Anywhere they choose to. Anyway, we understand the politics these guys are playing.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, they do not know that IPOB is not out to play the kind of dirty politics that they are playing in Nigeria. They thought that we are, sorry to say, they thought we are going to operate the way that Wazirike operated, or some of these people who are very, very much after money. They thought after all that might have happened, we will come back and say, okay, let us negotiate as usual, you know, and the money will be given on to us and we will just go. It was on mine. We know the politics the young man is playing back in the Ebonyi State there. We know what he can do. Do you understand? He is just a fool, a politician, a smart one per se. But we are smarter than him. We are very, very much 100%. Guys, we are seven, not more than, we are not even 7 steps now.
Several.
We are several steps ahead of him. That is to tell you how far IPOB has gone. So they thought that everything is just going to be business as usual, whereby everything happens in the end of the whole thing. They will just come to IPOB and say, okay, let us negotiate. It was a man that once said that he has empowered members of IPOB with 250,000 naira in Ebonyi State. Back then, you understand, we came and debunked it. It was his divine mandate pastors that he hired and paid them some money, gave them on snap pictures and the videos, and tell the world that he has empowered IPOB with 250,000 naira. Do you understand? When we came out and debunked it, everything lie low. So you're telling us that the IPOB is accusing you, governors, of Operation Python Dance. What happened a few weeks ago? That Operation Python Dance 3, or a few days ago, per se, that Operation Python Dance 3 commenced. And still now, Operation Python Dance is still going on. 3, you were the person that inaugurated it. And they are going about in all our places, searching our brethren everywhere, you know, molesting our people. And you are telling us that IPOB lied against you. Even in Kanafanya, the one everybody is seeing now, you still say that IPOB is accusing you. So let me just tell you the simple truth. There is nothing to argue or perhaps to negotiate anymore. You have the right to do whatever thing you want to do. IPOB, we know what we want. All your negotiations. Anyway, let me not conclude because I'm not the leadership of IPOB. But as long as this case or as long as this matter is concerned, we have nothing to dialogue now.
Okay.
Meet IPOB.
Thank you so much. This moment we'll embark on a break. We'll urge you to stay tuned. We'll be right back.